time is coming.
I wanted to ask you about just the adjustment, particularly the adjustment to the offense, because it's not what you were in last year, but it's close to what you were in, 2 years ago. What's that process been like for you?
Honestly, it's been pretty seamless. I think one of the reasons why I came to NC State is I knew how easy the transition was going to be for the group of guys here trying to learn this offense. Yeah, I mean, right now we're just working on the little things, trying to get chemistry built through spring ball, and try to just get back that firepower that this place needs. So that's what we're trying to build.
How similar is what Coach Anae is installing here to what you ran? Obviously, he's going to tailor to personnel, but is it the same terminology, or is it state terminology with his play designs?
Still some of the same play designs. I mean, every team in America knows football. There's not anything really special that you're going to do that people don't know, But I think with what he's done, going to Syracuse and picking up some stuff there, I think we've added some cool stuff that we've got going on in this offense. But obviously I'm not going to tell that. But yeah, I think he's compiled everything he's been doing, and is trying to make this team understand what we're doing, and then figure out what we're the best at. Honestly, that's what it comes down to, what we're best at.
Does your role change or grow because you've been with him and you've been in the system and he's installing? Like, do you have a bigger role? Are you a sounding board for him more?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, it was just easy. It was just an easy transition with the guys, I think, too. Me being able to just have conversations about the offense, and then once I've built a conversation, just talking to the guys, learning their names, and seamlessly transition to just talking to them like just outside of football. So I think that's kind of the biggest thing with just coming in and knowing the offense. It's just helped me step in here and be a pretty normal dude and just kind of communicate very easily with all the guys, and I think that's kind of what's happened so far.
There have been people who support the transfer portal and NIL and all that, and have been critics of it. Just what are your thoughts on that, and just how much does that change college sports?
Yeah, so I mean, I was in college when it wasn't there, and I was in college when it was there. So it's been crazy for me. I think it's a good thing for the athletes. I wasn't expecting to use it, to be completely honest with everyone, but it just turned out, I wanted to and I needed to, and I'm lucky that it's there for me. Being a grad transfer obviously makes it a lot easier than just transferring maybe into your sophomore year. But I think it's a good thing for the athletes to figure out, what's their best place for them to play and chase their dreams.
Have you been able to work with collectives here?
Oh yeah, they've been great here. Pack of Wolves and Savage Wolves and all those guys are doing a lot of good stuff here. I know it's just a start. I mean, last year was the first year. This is kind of the second year. Things are starting to, people are starting to really try to do something for this program and around the whole entire country. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. But I think they're heading in the right direction here.
You signed anything yet?
Have I signed anything?
Yeah.
We've had some stuff. We had some cool stuff for us. Pack of Wolves done a lot of stuff, and I think they do a lot of great community outreach stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think that's been pretty unique here, and with what they're doing and what the players get from it, I think it's pretty awesome.
People forget too that the scholarships worth something.
Yeah, we still get our stipends.
Like UVA,
yeah, we still get stipends.
Like
yeah, you still get your monthly stipend. So that can cover obviously your rent and things like that for me. So, but yeah, you still get your stipend on top of NIL stuff. So it's a pretty cool gig in college now that you can kind of get paid for on top of your whatever your stipend may be at your university.
How would you evaluate the chemistry building process with your receivers?
I think it started off, so in the winter, you just get out there and start throwing with guys. You're really not trying to teach too much. I just want to talk with them, get out there, throw with them. I think now the chemistry's starting to get there, and I think summer's going to be huge for us because now they've been in the offense. They've seen what's going on in spring ball. They understand the route concepts, the things that we're just trying to create on offense. And I think that's going to go a long way, and I think it's going to be in our hands in this summer to really, really take a next step forward and just building confidence. I think that's the main thing about that I saw the difference in from one year to the next, from 21 to 22. It's just that confidence. When you step on that field, it doesn't matter what play's called. We're going to make it work, and we're going to make a play out of it. So I think that, and I think the summer is just going to be huge for us.
Do you feel like Coach Anae's right-hand man and helping some of the other guys learn the offense?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of learning being done by coaches, players, everything like that. So it was nice, like I said, to understand it. And I think Coach Roper and like myself and the quarterbacks, we've just worked so well together. Just the communication that Coach Roper has with us and the questions he even asks me about what's going on, how maybe I've read this in the past. And then, he puts his what he thinks is the best way for us to do right now, especially against our defense. Our defense is obviously pretty dang good. So there's different things that we look at on that side of the ball. But I think just overall, I guess I can be a right-hand man to him, because it does. I mean, I'm so familiar with it, but yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's been a pretty easy. I really haven't been a right-hand man too much.
You probably didn't know much about MJ. Just what's been your impression?
Oh, MJ's great. MJ's great. The whole room's great. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty dang skilled room that I'm in. I honestly really believe that. These guys obviously have a game experience. I think their future's here is really bright. I really do. Like, these guys can ball. I'm not gonna lie about that. They can really ball. I haven't really seen game film. Obviously, I watched some of the bowl game. I've just been focusing on my feet here and getting this offense going. But yeah, no, this place is in good hands. I think with the quarterback position, they're really skilled. They can throw the ball, obviously, and I think they're just playmakers.
Last year, scout team quarterback wound up starting.
Yeah, I know they went down 4 guys and then like their 4th quarterback. That's tough, but it's helpful to have. You never know when something happens. This game's just one of those games that can happen like that. So having guys that can play at any time is huge.
How much your relationship with Coach Anae like?
Coach Anae, it's pretty unique, honestly. I remember, freshman, sophomore year, and didn't really like him that much. He really got on me, and I was young. And then it started transitioning into more of like just a relationship instead of like I'm being told what to do and being yelled at. I just kind of I took the feedback, took the coaching, and it's grown a lot. Now it's funny because we just sit around and we'll do some offensive stuff, game planning for practices and things like that. And he talks to me like not like a coach, but just like a normal guy. Like he's just like, what do you think about this? So it's come a long way from getting yelled at as a freshman and sophomore to him just, asking me, what do I think? What do I think about this? And kind of just giving me my input on things.
How much of an advantage is it that you know the other ACC teams? You know what it's like to play.
Yeah, I've played almost all of them, I think, besides maybe Notre Dame, which I would have had an opportunity to play in 21, but
And then combine that with the fact that, 15 years ago it would have been sacrilege and there were rules about going from one ACC team to another.
Yeah, I think it's an advantage to know every ACC team, the defenses they play. I'm very familiar with this offense matching up against their defenses, but I mean, each game you're still going to game plan. They could be doing something different. Their schematics might change just based off their personnel each year. You never know what happens, but in general, they keep it pretty similar from year to year on what they want to do defensively. But it's a good thing for me to have under my belt.
Are you glad that the rules have changed where you're allowed to go from one league team to another?
I don't mind. I mean, it's cool. It's going to be something, I think the end of our schedule is going to be, we got some big games at the end of our schedule, back to back to back. But I think we have a bye week, kind of reset ourselves and get ready to run into that one, end of the season off right.
Excuse me if you answered this already, but how excited are you? You sound excited here. How excited are you to show everybody what this offense can be on the spring game on Saturday? Yeah,
I mean, I just feel like I have something to prove. I really want to put 2 great years together, and there's just a chip on my shoulder. And I think this place is the best place for me to prove that. There's a lot of opportunity here. I think the guys are, especially on the offensive side, are itching to just be better. I feel like they felt like they're didn't do their part last year, so we're all in this together. We're all ready to hit the field, and I just think that that eagerness on offense is a big deal of why I think we can be special on offense this year.
Understanding that last year didn't go the way you wanted, were there things in that pro style offense that you're like, okay, I'm glad I did that, or was it? Yeah,
plenty. I mean, there's plenty of things that you don't get a chance to do, and you don't get to rep in games, and I got to do that all. Obviously, it didn't go as way we planned on it, but having those reps, having that terminology, and just being able to transition from 2 different offenses pretty easily now, I think, is huge. So, yeah, last year wasn't a failure. You don't look at it that way. It's just I look at it as success, things I wouldn't have saw or got taught. And I can take that forward, but now this year is all about production, being productive, and just putting our best foot forward and going to make plays out there on the field as an offense.
What have you heard in terms of NFL outlook and?
Shoot, I don't even care about NFL right now. We gotta put things together on the field in college right now, and I'm excited to do it with these guys. So it's not even a thought in my mind. It's all about these guys here and having a great season. And once that all gets done, then everything else will handle itself.
And when it was time to transfer, obviously the connection with Coach Anae makes a lot of sense here. You had Coach Beck at Syracuse. Did you talk to him at all?
Oh, yeah. Coach Beck called me, obviously, but I felt like this was the best place for me. I felt like Coach Doran had the best culture here. I felt like this place was just it. I thought it was just the right place for me. I really don't know. There was obviously other schools involved, but this was it. And I just felt it. This is where I knew I needed to be, so that's why I decided to come here.
And I know your focus is on football, but when you get here, what are some of the things that teammates show you in terms of places to eat or hang out?
Shoot, it was just random stuff. We were just running around. Like, I was just running around, especially myself when I first got here, because obviously came late, all that stuff. So it was a little chaotic when I first arrived here. So it was all over the place. Now I'm very settled in now, so it's like a home now to me. I'm used to living away from home, so being here is no different than, you know, obviously in Virginia. So it was an easy transition though. They helped me a lot on the transition.
All right, let's switch.
Cool.